I was always that guy who would stay awake until like 4 or 3 a.m. all the time. So I would stay on my phone, so I would go to bed, right? I would go to bed at like 10, 11, and then I would watch like gameplay videos of like guys playing games. So there's some YouTubers who play certain games and upload daily, like the game for itself that people can watch. And I used to watch like full-on gameplays for every like game I was interested in, and I would do this for like months, right? So I would wake up and I would finish my entire day, do whatever I want to do, go to bed, and then I would sleep, but then go on my phone, watch these gameplays until like 3, 4 a.m. And the sad part is, it wasn't even like during the holidays, it was during school time. So I would wake up at like 6:30 for school, and I would go to school. Then I would be super sleep deprived. So when talking to friends and everything, I would be fine somewhat, but then in class, I would just be so bored to the point where I would start falling asleep and my head just started popping like this. And the teachers kept catching me, like, bro, did you sleep? Like, I was like, yeah, I did sleep. I'm just like a little bit tired and everything. And this would happen daily. And the teachers got used to it. But the thing is, I couldn't focus in class. And even if school doesn't matter, after school, I would just go to the gym because I wanted to build some muscle. But then I wouldn't be able to push hard. And I would be super tired. And after like 2 exercises, I would go home. And I wouldn't even take a nap, so I wouldn't even get the energy back. I was constantly sleep depriving myself. So there's 3 habits that I want to talk to you about, which will improve your sleep. First of all, I'm glad that you want to improve your sleep and look for other tactics to improve your sleep. There's so many people out there who constantly sleep deprive themselves, and even if they know they sleep deprive themselves, they don't actively search out how to fix it. So props to you that you're actually like looking out for this, and I'll teach you 3 easy steps that you can easily implement literally today to start improving your sleep every single day, and you'll have an increase of testosterone, your health will be better, you'll focus better, your productivity will be better, and you'll grow much faster. Thing is, I didn't sleep much, so I probably missed like a few growth spurts, and you can get all of your growth spurts if you take care of your sleep. The first reason you're probably ruining your sleep is that your room is just not dark enough. The thing is, we all have overhead lights, especially if you live in like an apartment like mine. Like, you probably have overhead lights in your room. The problem here is overhead lights disrupt like your circadian rhythm. Now, I'll bro science it to you. Your circadian rhythm is basically your body's 24-hour clock. So all of our bodies have like a 24-hour clock which follows the day, right? So as the day is 24 hours, we have 24 hours in our body. It's what allows us to sleep. It's how it knows when to sleep. The problem here is, if you really think about it like primarily, your circadian rhythm was just knows by the sun. So your sun is like the only like light source back in the day. Like, your biological thing only knows the sun as its light source because that's the only natural light source, except for fire and moonlight or whatever. But mostly it's the sun. Our primal ancestors only got the sun as the light. So now our body knows that, okay, if there's the sun, it means it's day. And if there's no sun, which means it's night, right? That would make sense. The problem here is, ever since we created light bulbs and, artificial lights and everything, lamps and everything, the problem here is your body doesn't know the difference between the lamp light, the overhead lights, moonlight. Well, moonlight is fine, but like overhead lights, artificial lights, basically, it doesn't know the difference between that and the sun. So what does that do? It confuses your body and makes it think that it's daytime. So how does this look in real life? So you would finish your day and you wouldn't have your overhead lights on. Then in the evening, when the sun starts to set, because you want to see in your room, obviously, you turn on your overhead lights. The problem here is, your body senses that light through your eyes and your skin and everything, and it thinks the sun is still out. Even if it's like slightly bright, it still thinks the sun is out. That's why you don't feel sleepy at night. That's why people who look at their phone like this at max brightness in their bed while they're going to bed be like, oh, I'm not tired. Yeah, it's because you just look at it with max brightness. So if you want to improve your sleep, the first thing you got to do is make your room as dark as possible while still being able to use your room. Here's a solution. Either get LED lights, which is what I did. So I have LED lights. You can't even see it. It's right there, bro. Bro, what the hell? Yeah, you can somewhat see it right there. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing, but you can get LED lights. You can also get a desk lamp, which is right here. I just got this like desk lamp, which I keep on my bedstand, which is right next to my bed. You can get that. Sure, it's still light. I told you, even a little bit of light can disrupt your circadian rhythm. But the thing is, we need to use our life properly. So you got to think of this like logically and practically. Instead of using your overhead lights, I haven't turned these overhead lights on in like months, by the way. Just get a lamp. Go to your nearest furniture store or something. Get a LED lights that you can attach to your room, or even better, just get a full-on lamp. And I prefer it if you keep it in like an orange color, like. So the LED lights, keep it as like an orangish color, and even the lamp, get like a yellow lamp, because the blue light from the normal white lamp is really bad for you. You probably heard of like blue light and everything. Just keep your phone on like eye comfort and like night filter. Get a yellow lamp, and this will drastically improve your sleep. The thing is, we're gonna have to see light anyway, unless you sleep really the moment the sun sets, but probably you stay up a few hours after the sun sets. So you can still go through your day, but then making your room darker, which will make you more comfortable at night, like your eyes won't burn at night, and plus you can fall asleep much faster. Your sleep quality will be much higher, because you're training your body to learn that okay, it's darkness right now. So even a little bit of light won't disrupt it immediately, but especially if you have overhead lights like the one above your head, your brain just registers that as the sun. And that's why people can't sleep. That's why when you fall asleep, right, you fall asleep and you wake up at like 3 a.m. Let's just say someone turns on the lights. That's why you feel like that burn, because the brain thinks that okay, it's the sun, and that's why the eyes are burning, because you got used to the darkness, and then you turn on the overhead lights, so it thinks it's the sun. So the first thing you can do to start improving your sleep is simply just get a lamp, get some LED lights or both, and whenever it's like nighttime, turn off your overhead lights and just use these lights. Even in the daytime, I don't turn these overhead lights on, I just use the lamp because it just lights up the entire room. Number 2, a shut off period. The thing is, you can't really fall asleep the moment you want to fall asleep, right? It's kind of like imagine you're driving a car, or imagine you're in a car and you're in the highway. So you're going at exactly the speed as you need to in the highway, very fast. Now imagine trying to park the same car in a garage at that exact speed. You would crash. You wouldn't even do it properly. You have to slow down. You have to slowly slow down as you reach the garage, and then like really slow down and then enter the garage, right? That would make sense. That's exactly how your body works. Your body works just like a car trying to park itself in a garage. You have to slow itself down. Now this shut off period where you don't do any like mentally or physically draining activities could be literally like 30 minutes prior. You don't have to do it for like a long time, like 2 hour shut off period. Simply just do a 30-minute shut off period, right? So where you just don't study, you don't go to the gym, you don't like watch YouTube or anything, just take off your phone and everything. You can use your phone for like reading and Kindle for reading, that's about it. Like it's a very low effort task, so you can do that. But if it's anything other than that, like going to the gym or studying, you're definitely not going to be falling asleep because you're using your brain at maximum capacity. And then if you try to fall asleep, it's not going to be asleep. The mistake I used to do is that sometimes when I missed the gym in the morning, I would go at like 9 p.m. and that was close to my bedtime. So and I was wondering why I couldn't fall asleep and I would just watch YouTube again. It's because I just physically tax myself. You would think that makes me tired, but it actually doesn't. It actually energizes your body because it increases your body temperature and you need to be somewhat cold when you're doing so. You can decide what you want to do in the shut off period, but whatever you do, just make sure it's very less of items, like just like 1 or 2 things, maybe reading or listening to music. Even like don't even listen to music because that'll like stimulate your brain. Literally like read a book or like watch some small like video or something. Very low brain activity things, and then after those 30 minutes go to bed. I promise you, if you do that, you will drastically see like a big difference on how fast you fall asleep. So for example, if you sleep at 10 p.m., right, let's just say that's at 10 p.m. up till 9:30. Do whatever you want to do, and then a 30-minute mark, the 30-minute block, literally don't do anything. You can meditate, you can read a book or something, and simply just sit there doing some breathing practices, whatever you want to do, but simply no like mentally taxing activities. And then at 10 p.m. just go to bed, and I promise you that 30-minute change will drastically improve how fast you fall asleep and the quality of your sleep, because your brain's a lot more calmed down. You will want to go to sleep because you'll become sleepy. The third thing that affects your sleep is your sleep quality. Your sleep quality is basically like the standard, like the quality of your sleep. So there's a time you fall asleep, but generally the time you fall asleep isn't as important as the quality you are asleep for. Because imagine you slept for 9 hours. If your quality was just like 20-30%, I'll explain how you can increase your quality. If your quality was only 20-30%, you basically got a shitty night's sleep. So how do you increase your quality? First, you gotta download an app which like tracks the quality. So I don't use the normal alarm anymore. Like I don't use my phone alarm. I use an app called Sleep Cycle. You might have heard of it. Sleep Cycle is basically like an app which has an alarm, but that alarm lasts 30 minutes, and that slowly goes from like a very low volume alarm, and so like it's like somewhat of like some noises, right? Some sounds, calming sounds, at like a very low volume, right when you're about to wake up. So it detects when you're about to wake up, right? Based on like how long you slept and when you turn on the alarm, and then it'll slowly start gradually increasing that volume until you do wake up and you can turn it off. So lot more natural way of waking up. And this is the alarm I use and I've been using forever, and it also tracks your sleep for free. So what happens is you turn it on, you keep it on your desk, and based on how you move and all of your surroundings and everything, it basically detects, okay, how much time does this guy move, how much time was he asleep, how much time was he awake, in the bed but not asleep. It tracks all of these. So download it, it's completely free. And then once you do that, just do it for a night. Don't try to improve your sleep or anything. But just whenever you want to sleep, and then turn it on, and then just track your sleep. Go to bed and then wake up and see how your sleep went. Chances are you get like a quality percentage of maybe 60 to 80%, which is actually not that bad. So once you get that, now you can improve it, right? Now that we have like quantifiable measures in a video game, now we can improve this score. There's 3 things I want to teach you about which will affect your sleep quality. The first thing is caffeine. Caffeine is something that hinders your sleep quality. Caffeine could be anything that's like coffee, tea, something like that, right? Anything that has like caffeine, any energizing drink, Mountain Dew and everything, has caffeine. If you drink that anywhere between like 6 to 8 hours or even 12 hours before bed, that will hinder your sleep. A lot of people might say that, okay, it's fine, I drink tea and I fall asleep perfectly fine. It's not about you falling asleep, it's about the quality of your sleep, right? So, how do you improve that? Just start delaying your caffeine intake. It's as simple as that. So maybe you drink tea right before going to bed, let's just say. Instead of that, maybe the next day you do it 1 hour before bed. So the last time, let's just say it's 10 p.m. is your bedtime. 9 p.m. is your last tea time, that's the only time you can drink tea. Then after that, 8 p.m., then after that, 7 p.m., then 4 p.m., then 12 p.m. You can make it like that. Now obviously every now and then if you drink caffeine afterwards, it won't be a big problem, but if you keep a habit, it's definitely going to hinder your sleep. So if you drink coffee, if you drink tea, try to cut it off at least 6 hours before bed. That's like the safest number, minimum safest number. Best case scenario is like 12 hours before bed. The second thing that affects your sleep quality is your stress. Stress is basically like your mental stress and also physical stress. Mental stress we know about. If you're stressed about exams, if you're stressed about something your mom said, or you're stressed about this thing that's gonna happen, or your girlfriend did this, or your best friend did this, or whatever, right? It's definitely gonna hinder your sleep. You wanna take care of your stress, and you can do that by meditating. Meditating is basically like closing your eyes, focusing on your breath, and then like allowing no thoughts to occur. And even if a thought comes up, just refocus on your breath. There's a bunch of videos like guided meditations online. Just starts off like, okay, 5-minute guided meditation. It's super fun. It's actually like a video game. We like see how long you can focus on your breath. This will drastically reduce your stress levels. And when your stress levels are low, your testosterone increases, you're a lot more calm, and you can go to bed. If you're going to bed stressed, even if you fall asleep, chances are you didn't get that good of a sleep, like a good night of sleep. So take care of your stress, and physical stress too. If you go to the gym near your bedtime, like at least 6 hours before your bedtime, chances are your stress is going to be high, like your physical body stress is going to be high, and your body's not going to be able to like fall asleep properly. So it would benefit you, it would favor for you if you do your workout, like if you go to school and you come home at like 3 p.m. or something, just do it right after your school. So it's like the earliest time before your bedtime, so you can really take care of your sleep. A lot of us are stressed and we don't even know we're stressed, right? Because we get so used to the stress that we just think that's daily life. But once you start meditating and taking care of your mental health by journaling and everything, and also your physical stress by doing your workout not close to bedtime, you really see the changes. Like you really see how calm you are and how fast you fall asleep and how good you feel after you wake up. Number 3, diet. Diet is very important, especially if you're eating carbohydrates. So there's 3 macros you're probably aware of: carbs, fats, and proteins. This is like something you know because you go to the gym or you exercise. Carbs, on the other hand, is what makes you feel full. So you know when you eat like a big bowl, let's just say big plate of rice, curry, chicken, and everything, right? And then after that you feel full, like bloated, not like full, not satiated full, but bloated. What food is making you bloated is the rice, because it's carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, somewhat basically, it's a long process, but basically it expands in your stomach, and that's why you feel like full, lethargic, and like sad and like depressed for like 2 hours after you eat a meal. If you do that before bed, what happens is your body can't digest it properly, like not digest it fast enough, and your quality of sleep is going to be like low. Because I told you, if your body's active and energized and like doing shit before bed or even during sleep, it's going to hinder your sleep quality. So you want to make sure it's not digesting anything big. Best case scenario, you're fasted, but even like if you eat some food, so long as it's not carbohydrates like chicken and fats, that's fine. Like nuts, meat, eggs, fish, whatever that is, that's fine. But if you eat something like chapati or like parota or like any Indian food that's like roti or some shit, or like rice and everything, what happens is you're gonna have a lower sleep quality. Again, just because you can fall asleep doesn't mean that you gotta understand this. Use your brain. Just because you can fall asleep after doing all these things doesn't mean the sleep quality is good enough. And you'll know that because, let's just say, okay, you can try this. Eat a big bowl of oats or rice, right, or paratha or chapati. You can eat like one or two, but if you eat more than that, it's a big problem, right? Eat something like that, right, to test yourself. Turn on your sleep cycle and go to bed. Like, do this right before going to bed, and you will see that you can sleep for the exact same time, same environment, same everything. Not even caffeine is involved, and your sleep quality will drop by 20%. Not even joking. You can test it for yourself, so you can take it seriously. You can eat whatever foods you want during the day, and then at the end of the day, don't eat sugar, don't eat like chapati, don't eat. You can eat like a little bit, right? A little bit of rice won't hurt because it will digest fast. But if you eat a lot, like a big meal, chances are your sleep quality is gonna be like pretty shit. If you want more advice where I can like teach you